Hello everyone, I hope you're all okay. It's our final lesson today on multiplication and division. So we are going to have two separate parts to our math lesson. The first part will be a multiplication recap, and then I will give you a mini multiplication assessment to complete. The second part will be a division recap, and then I will be giving you a division assessment to complete too. So it will be no new knowledge in today's lesson. We are just going to be revising what you know, because we've had a very, very long couple of months, I think now, of learning about multiplication and division with that half-term Christmas break in between too. So it's things that you might have learned way before the Christmas break that we just need to recap on, okay? So my first question here is that there are two arrays. You can see one array is here and one array is here. I want you to help me and figure out what multiplication is shown by this array and what multiplication is shown by this array. So if you would like to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper and write down what the multiplication is showing for each of these arrays and work out the answer. Then when you've done that, work out how many cubes are all together. So all together meaning the blue and the green cubes, okay? So pause the video and do that now for me, please. Okay, well we can see that the first array is showing a row of 3 followed by a column of 2. So it will be 3 multiplied by 2, and the answer altogether for that array is 6. In the green array, we can see that there are 6 cubes in my row and 4 cubes in my column. So that means our multiplication would be 6 multiplied by 4, giving us 24 cubes altogether. Now, to find out how many cubes are all together, we need to add the blue cubes by the green cubes. So our new addition will look something like this. 24 add 6. And if you've worked that out, you will know that that means there are 30 cubes all together. So we worked out the amount of the blue cubes, then we worked out the amount of the green cubes, and then we worked them out all together. Can you please do the same for these two arrays of counters? How many is in the red? How many are the yellow? How many are all together? Okay, pause the video and have a go, please. Okay, we can see that in the red array of counters that the multiplication will be 4 multiplied by 2, giving us 8 counters altogether in that red array. And in the yellow array of counters, we can see this one was a bit more tricky. There are 8 multiplied by 6, giving us 48 counters altogether. But we have worked out the red counters and the yellow counters separately. But how many are there all together? Did you manage to work it out? Fantastic. We will be working out 48 add 8. And the answer to that is 56. So there are 56 counters when you add the red and the yellow all together. Great work, Year 4. Okay, my next question, thinking all the way back to when we multiplied 3 digits. Can you work out 5 multiplied by 244 multiplied by 2? I wonder if you can group these numbers in a way that's going to make this really easy, and I wonder if you can spot the pattern. Pause the video and have a think, please. Okay, did you spot those two numbers that we could instantly multiply together and this would make this sum so much easier? Did you spot that we have got a 5 and a 2? And if we multiply 5 and 2 together, what do we get, Year 4? Absolutely, we get 10. So automatically now our new sum is 10 multiplied by 244, or 244 multiplied by 10. Now we know, looking back before Christmas, that when we were multiplying by 10, what do we need to do to the number? That's it, make it 10 times bigger. And that makes our sum so much easier. So we can see that 10 multiplied by 244, or do it the other way around because it's commutative law, 244 multiplied by 10 gives us the answer of 2,440. Okay, now thinking back to when we used place value counters and the short written multiplication to work out two-digit numbers multiplied by a one-digit number. I wonder if you can pause the video and have a go at this multiplication, please. Off you go. Okay, you might have noticed that we have more than 10 ones. Because we have more than 10 ones, what should we do with those 10 ones? That's right, we need to make an exchange with 10 ones for 1 10. We can now see that we are left with 8 ones. So we can put 8 in our 1 column and then we carry that extra 10 underneath. We can also see that 6 multiplied by 3 gives us 18, and because 18 is more than 10, we carry the 10 under 2. We can then look at 1 multiplied by 3, so that gives us 3 10s here we can see, but we need to add 1 10 on. So that gives us 4 10s in total. So the answer to this question is 48. I wonder if you can have a go at this question on your own using just the short written multiplication method. Pause the video and off you go. Okay, let's see if you got the same as me. So I have got my short written multiplication on the right, but I've also got my place value chart here, just in case you need that little visual to show you what we are going to do. So we can put 71 in our rows 3 times. We can then look at our ones column and know we are multiplying 1 3 times, which gives us 3 ones. We then know we are multiplying 7 10s 3 times. Now, we can count our 10s here. We can see that we have got 21 10s. Now, 21 10s we can exchange for 2 hundreds, which gives us 1 10 left over and 2 hundreds, giving us the answer of 213. Okay, this time is a bit different. This time you have got your hundreds. We have got a 3-digit number multiplied by a 1-digit number. Can you pause the video and have a go at this one, please? Off you go. Okay, you will have noticed that we have more than 10 ones. 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, so we can exchange 10 of these ones for 1 10. We can then exchange that 10 underneath our column, and then pop our 2 ones underneath. We are then looking at 2 10s multiplied by 4. We can see that we've got 8 10s here and we have got 1 10 remaining. So we have got 9 10s. Then we can look at our hundreds and see we've got 100 multiplied by 4. So we've got 100 4 times, so we have got 400. So the answer to this sum is 492. Okay, a little bit of a problem-solving question here. We have looked at a similar question to this one before, but with slightly different numbers. So let's have a think about how we can work this out. Can you just pause the video and see if you can work this out for a second, please? And then we'll go through it together. Off you go. Okay, so we are lucky that we already have the number that we are multiplying by. So we know our ones column is completely finished. So now we need to think, what number is going to be in my tens column for it to be multiplying by 3 to give me a 2-digit number which ends in 1? Well, what is 6 multiplied by 3? That's right, it's 18. And 18 does not have a 1 in its ones column. It has an 8, doesn't it? 5 times 3, 15. That doesn't have a 1 in its one column either. 2 times 3, 6. It can't be that because that's not a 2-digit number. Similarly, 1 multiplied by 3 is not a 2-digit number either. What is 7 multiplied by 3? That's right, 7 multiplied by 3 gives us 21. 21 ends in has a 1 in its ones column. So the number 7 could go here and the number 2 could go here. Finally then, 4 multiplied by 3 gives us a number, a 2-digit number again, which ends in a 4. But we know we had to carry this 2 on. What is 4 multiplied by 3? That's right, it's 12. But then we add the 2 on, giving us 14. So this number here should be 1. Okay, Another problem-solving question here. Ben has £100. He buys 4 PlayStation games and each of these games cost £52. How much money does he have left? Pause the video and have a think. How are you going to work on this question, please? Off you go. Okay, so we know his total amount is £1,000. Now he buys 4 PlayStation games, each game costing £52. Now first of all, we need to work out, well, how much does he spend on PlayStation games altogether? So the multiplication we might do for this one is 52 multiplied by 4. So 52 multiplied by 4, you can see that 2 multiplied by 4 is 8 and 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. So 52 multiplied by 4 gives us 208. So if we know that he's spent £200 altogether on PlayStation games, he has £1,000, so we want to know how much money he has left after he's spent £208 on 4 PlayStation games. Now, what can we do here? Because we've got the sum 1000 subtract 208. But this looks quite tricky. We know that when we subtract using the written method, we are going to have to make a lot of exchanges because we can't do 0 subtract 8. We can't do 1 subtract 2. We'd have to make an exchange. What method could we use here for where we take 1 off both of the numbers? Do you remember what that was called? That's right, it's the compensation method. So if we take 1 off 1000 and 1 off 208, that will give us our new sum of 999 subtract 207. Now this makes it a lot easier because 9 subtract 7 is 2, 9 subtract 0, subtract nothing is 9, and 9 subtract 2 is 7. So the answer to this is 792. So how much money does he have left after he spent £208? £792. Okay, our final question of our multiplication recap today. A small pack of cards contains 12 cards. A large pack of cards contains 4 times as many as a small pack. Olivia buys 6 packs of each, so how many cards does she buy in total? Can you just take a moment to pause the video and think, what are my steps going to be for this question? Pause the video and have a think, please. Okay, well first of all, we need to find out that yes, we know how many cards a small pack holds, but we don't actually know the exact value of a large pack of cards. Now we know they contain 4 times as many as a small pack. So to work out how many cards we have in a large pack, we will be working out 12 multiplied by 4. You might have worked this out as being 48. So we now know a large pack of cards contains 48 cards. Now, Olivia buys 6 packs of each, so we need to work out 12 multiplied by 6 to work out how many cards are in the small pack altogether, and 48 multiplied by 6 to work out how many cards are in the large packet of cards altogether. Can you pause the video and work out the answer to these two sums now, please, using the short written multiplication method? Off you go. Okay, you may have worked out that 12 multiplied by 6 is 72 and 48 multiplied by 6 is 288. Now, because we are working out the total of these two numbers, what should we do to both of them? That's right, we need to add them together. Can you pause the video and add these two numbers together, please? Off you go. Okay, so you will have worked out that 72 add 288 gives us the answer of 360. So, altogether, Olivia buys 360 cards. Okay, that is our multiplication recap session for today. Now, I know I whizzed through this. If you need to go back and re-watch the video before you complete the assessment, please feel free to do so. It is going to be Multiplication and Division Assessment A, and you will find this under the resource Year 4 Maths Resource 26th of January 1. Okay, so it will be the first one, and it is headlined as Multiplication and Divisions Assessment A, because the second one will be Assessment B. Okay, you will be spending around about 10 minutes on this assessment. 10 to 15 minutes. Please try and complete it independently without any help from your grown-ups, because I need to see what you know, and you need to showcase how brilliant you are, okay? Good luck, and I will see you in our division recap.